Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Benzinga Fintech Awards. I'm Kyle Bazzi, president here at Benzinga.com. Our next interview up next is Tipped Off with CEO and co-founder Akshay Oberai. Akshay, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
All right, tell us what Tipped Off is and how the idea started.
So Tipped Off is a social trading platform that offers full transparency. And what differentiates us from everyone else is that you actually get insight into real transactions and you can see what others in our community are actually doing versus what they're telling you to do. And you can share and learn from tips within our community and eventually build your own reputation and following. Say you're a newbie, you can become a pro eventually on our platform where there will be monetary benefits to being a pro and sharing your advice.
All right, social investing seems like a hot topic here nowadays. How did you guys start the idea?
Well, the way the idea came about is, so both of my co-founders are actually childhood friends of mine, Ankush from high school and Rahul from when I was a kid. And Ankush had a Google Doc spreadsheet. He had been trading since we were about 13 years old, and he had a Google Doc spreadsheet as a way to share his tips and his advice with his dad and his brother. And eventually, that turned into sending it to friends, and then those friends sent it to friends. Those friends sent it to more friends, and before you knew it, Ankush had a community of about 500 people that he didn't even know following his advice based off what his actual transactions were. But the main problem was that these, though he wasn't lying, these transactions weren't verifiable, and a lot of those people didn't know him. So, we came up with the idea of Tipped Off, deciding that there's a better way, easier way to do this, a more efficient way to do this other than manually inputting every single transaction of yours. We'd rather extract it straight from your brokerage account and, give you credibility and give others actual insight into your portfolio.
Yeah, I see this problem all over. No one's really actually tackled it to the point where it's been scalable. So we're excited to see Tipped Off, take an approach to that. I know you guys are in private beta right now. When do you guys plan on launching to the public?
No definite date yet, but we're targeting Q1 of 2015, so really soon.
All right, so we kind of got an idea how you guys started. Love that it's solving a problem that one of the co-founders had previously before you guys had the company. What can one expect when they come to Tipped Off and actually access the platform itself? Do they log in and they actually follow people, or do they have to request the access? Walk us through the user experience.
So right now, the user experience, obviously, it starts out as invite only. If you're a member, you can send 5 friends a beta code. And when you join, you can either link a brokerage account or you can start with our funny money platform, paper trading platform. Haven't really coined a name for it yet. And we give you $1,000 of play money so you can follow people's actual transactions and test your comfort level, your risk tolerance, what strategies work best for you. And what we found is that a lot of pro traders actually also like using this to test new strategies. So eventually, when you feel comfortable enough, or right away, you can link your brokerage account. We accept over 10,000 brokerages, and then you can start making real trades based off what other people are doing and telling you should do, and obviously based off your own educated, more informed decision.
How do you quantify how big of an opportunity this is, both for the investors and as a business?
Well, for the investors, it's definitely a win-win, because if you're a newbie, you're learning how to trade via our simulated platform, and you're also getting insight into people's portfolios who really know what they're doing. And as a business, there's 100 million plus brokerage accounts in the U.S. More than 50% of Americans own stocks in some way, shape, or form, and 73% of college graduates own stocks. And what we're doing is tackling a market of people who already trade, because it's also beneficial to the savvy investor, because savvy investors seek advice all the time on platforms like Seeking Alpha, StockTwits. They seek advice from one another all the time, and this gives them more insight. And tapping a bigger market, we're going after people who haven't had the opportunity to learn how to trade yet properly.
I know it's early, but have you guys figured out how you're going to monetize or test that out?
Yes, we actually do have a number of monetization strategies in play that we're remaining close-lipped about right now, but really exciting ways of monetization.
All right. Talk to us about some numbers. We'd like to try to get some success metrics. Do you guys share the number of beta users you guys have right now, or anything like that?
Yeah, so right now we have just under 1,000 beta users. Again, it's a private invite-only beta. We have just under 3,000 people on our wait list based off word of mouth. And of our 1,000 users, 30%, close to 30% have linked their brokerage accounts. And about 700 trades have been generated because of information delivered on Tipped Off. So it really proves our concept. Also, a tip is when someone writes a comment about what they think you should do, but when that tip is tied to a transaction, we've measured that people are 3 times more likely to actually make a trade, which again really proves our concept that people like to jump off the bridge together versus alone.
All right, I love asking this question to CEOs and founders, co-founders in this space. The fintech world is exploding right now. A ton of VC money coming into it, a ton of interest around the entire concept of helping people create wealth to the stock market. What are the biggest obstacles that you have seen that you think are unique to the fintech realm as a startup company?
What I think, a problem I think every fintech company faces while you're trying, like in our case especially, being social and also remaining very serious finance. You have to find a good balance between the two for your target audience because we're targeting 2 different people. We're targeting people who already trade and are savvy professional investors, and then we're also targeting people who have never traded before. So making it cool enough for those users, and then making it serious enough for the more traditional investor. And I think that's a problem we've tackled throughout our beta period in a really great fashion. We built a product that really caters to 2 different types of users, which is a fine line, but once you perfect it, it's really beneficial.
All right, at the end, we'd like to get a 30-second pitch here. Why do you think Tipped Off should win the Benzinga Fintech Awards?
Well, we should win because, as I mentioned before, we built a platform that will not only empower traders to make more educated and informed decisions, but we open the floodgates for people who were too intimidated to take a stab at trading before. And given that fact, I think we're revolutionizing trading by influencing a whole new type of trader and empowering them to join the stock market and learn how to trade.
Well, no one's got it right yet, but once they do, it'll be a huge market. That is CEO and co-founder of Tipped Off, Akshay Oberai. Akshay, thanks again for joining.
Thank you for having me, Kyle.
All right, you can go see more of Tipped Off at benzingafintech.awards.com. Also, check out the other 115 companies that applied to show you why they are the most innovative people, companies, and products trying to help you create wealth through the markets. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.